Hello there, welcome once again to Living on Purpose, and this is Fola Adelesi. This is the part where I teach you some productivity nuggets, and today I'll be talking about productivity through environment. Yes, productivity through environment. I've done some videos on YouTube about productivity through activity, productivity by association, and now I'm talking about productivity through your environment. It's very important for you to note that where you are is a critical factor to your success. If you're in the wrong environment, then you will be limiting yourself. If you're in the right environment, then you will grow. Think about a plant. You know that every plant has a specific place where the plant can grow, where the plant can thrive, where the plant can flourish. If you put these same plants in some other places, they will not do well, they will not excel, they will not flourish. They will struggle to grow, and you have to water them. Despite watering them, they will still not do well. And there are some other plants, or maybe the same plants, moved to another place or the right location. With very little water, this plant will do well. The same thing applies to human beings. Sometimes if you are in the wrong environment, you will not do well. But if you get into the right environment, you will do well. How do you know if you're in the wrong environment? Number one way is to check what you're doing. If what you're doing is not working, or you're constantly struggling, it may not be about the principles that you have applied or that you have not applied. It could be about your environment. Because sometimes, for some people, it doesn't matter what they do. So long as they are in the wrong environment, they will never do anything that works. But if you move the same person that was frustrated, dejected, rejected, you move the same person to a better environment, they start doing well. Check your environment. Sometimes your environment could just be switching between cities, and sometimes it may not be switching between cities. It could be the people that you live with. It could be the kind of group that you're staying in. So your environment is a critical factor. Environment is critical to your productivity. We need to look at our environment if there are things in that environment that are limiting us. In some cases, the things that are limiting us in our environment may be things that we can remove. But if there are things that we cannot remove, then we need to remove ourselves from such environment. So check your environment if there are things. So others may be effects of other people's activities. There may be things that are effects of other people's activities. So it means that you don't have control over such things. Whatever they do affects you. If it's an environment where everybody is vulgar, everybody is lazy, everybody pulls another person down, you need to get out of that kind of environment. If it's an environment where there's no support structure, you need to get out of that kind of environment. Your skill will determine what kind of environment is appropriate for you, what kind of environment is suitable for you. If you're in an environment where everything even seems fine, but your skill, your qualifications, your prowess are not recognized or accepted in that environment, then you are in the wrong environment. You either look for something else to do, or you look for an environment that is willing to accept your skills, your qualifications, or everything about you. Because if you keep staying in a place where your skills are not accepted, then you'll be wasting your time. So you want to increase your productivity? Check your environment. If there's something in that environment that you can remove it. But if it's something that you cannot remove, then like I said earlier, you need to remove yourself and go to a place where you're welcome, where you're treated well, where you have a fair advantage to compete like every other human being. I can tell you that one environment that is good for you is www.foladaniel.com. So head on now to foladaniel.com, read some of my inspiring articles there, and let me hear from you. I'd like to get your feedback. But one more thing that you need to do, follow me and check out my resources across social media platforms using @FolaDanielSpeaks. Thank you.